Hello and welcome to another Commissar Hecht channel update. My name is Commissar Hecht, and we're currently, this is the 8th of February. This update is a little late. Normally I try and do it on Mondays or whatnot, or the first day I have off, but I actually had firing appointments for that day. So please excuse me while, I had stuff I had to get done. I had business to take care of. With that being said, just just hang on for a bit. And I couldn't tell you guys that I had firing done because it's technically an official appointment, OPSEC, all that stuff. But now that I'm done firing, I was able to get away for a bit and do that. So normally what would happen is I do a Warhammer, total Warhammer video. I would do a battle report, and then I would do, well, the beginning of the day on Monday, what would have happened was I do the total Warhammer battle report, I do this channel update, then I do the Warhammer battle report, then I do the Total Warhammer live stream. That did not happen because I had firing that day, or today, or Monday and Tuesday. I had firing Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday, probably could have filmed the Total War, but I just wasn't feeling it. I had a lot of extra stuff kind of going on in my mind because over the weekend I got a flat tire. Hey. Yeah. So I had to get that changed today, actually. And then other stuff came up, like well, I can't tell you that. I can't tell you all the other stuff that came up. I wish I could. I wish I really worked with all you guys. Because there's a lot of stuff. So like in a cop squadron in the Air Force, there's a lot of stuff that's law enforcement sensitive. So like if I pull anybody over, if anyone runs into some sort of trouble, or not trouble, but if they violate any rules or regulations, particularly that pertain to the base and whatnot, that stuff we have to keep in house. Law enforcement sensitive is a type of a classification. It's not like secret or top secret or all that stuff, but it is, in all intensive purposes, for official use only, can be shared with other agencies, law enforcement agencies, all that stuff. So like, I'd love to tell you about my job, but most of it's law enforcement sensitive. So a lot of that stuff is, unfortunately, I can't talk to you about that. What I'll probably do, maybe one video, I'll go to PA and see what I can and cannot talk about, and run it through my chain of command too, and see what I can and cannot talk about. Because there are days where I want to just talk about my day and be like, oh my God, we had this, and this, but then at the same time, that's a lot of law enforcement sensitive stuff. So plus there's operational security, there's there's information security, there's communication security, there's all types of securities that I have to satisfy. So maybe that won't happen. But maybe if I could give you like a breakdown of what my day is, like, like, hey, I could be doing this one day, I could be doing this one day, or whatever, or just, do a video tour. I don't know. I got to figure that all out because I want to do that. And maybe I'll do that for my Patreon, so it's more exclusive. But yeah, that's that. So the weekend was crazy, so I had to kind of, and then I didn't get a break Monday and Tuesday because I was firing. So, and then I was able to kind of finally just do nothing Wednesday, which I'm now kind of regretting because today's shot, unfortunately. So all I have is Friday. So I should have done a battle report yesterday and filmed yesterday, but I didn't, my brain wasn't in it. I didn't have the heart to do it. So there's that. So let's get into it, shall we? So that's kind of what happened to me over the weekend. I'm still riding on the high of the charity check, so I want to thank everyone of my Patreon members who donated. So for those who have donated, my patrons are as follows. I have Travis Weber, Mark Olowski, Shy Gamer, and Mr. Charles Bell. So I want to thank all my Patreon subscribers for helping me realize that goal for the charity check. I'm still that's still kind of a high for me. I'm still like super fucking stoked that happened. So there's that. Let's see. So what else is new? What else is new? Oh, the battle report came out. The new battle report came out that I posted. So let's go and do that because I really love. So I love the. I love the discussions on the channel. Okay, when it comes to like everyone's input on the field of battle. So let's do the comments real quick. Yeah, comments. There we go. So the comments were amazing, by the way, for both the Dark Angels and the for both the Dark Angels versus the Death Guard, and then the Tau versus the Nids. So so Broken Rooster said when he was talking about good afternoon, congrats on nice check, closer to getting 200. Oh, Alk Disease checking in, closer to getting he writes good afternoon, congrats on a check, and nice getting closer to 200 subs. Yes, we are so close to 200 subs. And also we just broke 10,000 views. We actually broke 10,000 views, I want to say 300 views ago. Let's do the dashboard real quick. Yeah, I want to say 300 views ago that we broke 10,000 views. Yeah, 10,000 as of right now. It's 10,305 views. So yeah, per the old standards of YouTube, I would have been able to be monetized, but now they changed that. So God. Now, actually, what they did do yesterday, I was contacted by YouTube to take a survey. And the survey asked a battery of questions, and they got a scathing, not that I'm bitter, but they did get a scathing review of of how my opinion was of them. They did get a scathing review. And I talked to them about the PewDiePie incident, the Logan Paul incident. I talked to them about, I understand that this is what you guys want and whatnot, but I'm not getting attention. I'm not getting I know there's thousands of people out there in the, on YouTube that would love to watch my videos. But because I'm a small channel, I'm not getting the advertising that I deserve, right? And then the second part is that, you have, people have, or an admin has had seen some of my videos because they go through copyrights, information and all that stuff. Hell, one of the D&D ones just got a copyright notification the other day. So it's not like people aren't, and if it's not a person, it's definitely a bot. So it's not like there's not some sort of information scrolling through, some sort of application that's scrolling through that someone has to put eyes on, right? It's not autonomous, right? So, I'm a little frustrated. I'm a little frustrated about that. And I let them know. I didn't, when I went through the survey, I didn't just hammer them and gave them no solutions. Because in the Air Force, you're taught, don't come with me with a problem, come with me with a solution. Simple as that. You can identify a problem, but if you don't have a solution, it's not, the problem can be identified, but it won't be addressed and it won't be fixed. At least try and make a solution. And if you can't make a solution, okay, fine, but then we'll handle it. An idea is better than no idea at all, in my personal opinion. So there's that. So I came with them with solutions. I'm like, look, you guys need if budgeting is an issue, then you need to restructure how you work. If manning's an issue, and budgeting isn't, then you need to hire more bodies. If manning and budgeting are an issue, then you need to go to your parent company, which is Google, that owns literally everybody and God, quote unquote, and as the saying goes, and figure out what to do. Because Google literally is the company that holds metadata. All right. They have made it their business to hold metadata. So do it. You know what I mean? So that's that. I made those points. I don't know if they're going to get well received, and I don't know if I'm going to get contacted. I'm probably going to get, and if I am contacted, I'm probably not going to get an angry mail sooner or later. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, so yeah, there's that. So announcements, channel announcements. We are going to do orcs for the battle report. Yeah, I wanted to keep it a secret, but I decided for Friday's battle report, we're going to do orcs, and I am going to be fighting somebody, or it may be Rob, and I might be doing the filming, who is going to be coming down for the battle. So super excited about that. Super excited. It's going to be a local player. So the guest star, I'm not going to tell you who the orcs are fighting, but it is a new, there is a new, yes, Charles Bell. Wow. Actually, I got the orcs. I want to show you them. They're really nice. Let me show you them real quick, because they're actually well painted. They do not have a current carrying case. I'm sorry. So I gotta be very careful. So this is one of the fighter bombers. So the person who I got this from designed these orcs after World War II Japan. So they have the rising sun sigil. If you can see, they have not only orc hieroglyphs, but the this one was supposed to be, this particular symbol right here next to the tank was supposed to be, I guess, a Japanese character, but the artist couldn't get that fine of a detail, so it turned out to be almost like a tank, almost like another tank sigil and whatnot. So, but you do see on the tail, poorly some sort of Japanese character or an imitation of a Japanese character. I don't speak Japanese, so I don't know. The paint job is amazing. He did really well with this orc fight Obama. The window is excellent. I mean, it looks like he paid attention to how light reacts to our angled window panels. So yes, this is great right here. And Mr. Rick Sanchez, wubba lubba dub dub. So we have three people. We have Alk to Z, we have Charles Bell, one of my Patreon subscribers. Well, actually, both are Patreon subscribers. And then, of course, the ever vulnerable Rick Sanchez, watching me on his interdimensional cable, I believe. So there's that. But yeah, so this orc fighter bomber, really, really good. And again, the artist the collector who painted this modeled them after the Japanese, the Imperial, the army of the Imperial Army of the Japanese Empire, circa World War II. So yeah, this is awesome right here. So we have 2 fighter bombers, and then we have a scratch-built, converted orc Mega Dreadnought. So the rules are from Forge World. So the rules are from Forge World. So the Orc Mega Dragon is a Forge World model, but instead of paying, I think the going rate for a Mega Dread is, yeah. So a Mecha Dread body, the going rate for a Mecha Dread body is 43 pounds, and that's the body. That does not include the Shunta arm or the Dread Kill Cannon, which is an extra 23 or 21 pounds. So, all told, it'd be pretty expensive to buy it in Great British pounds. So there's that. So the guy was like, screw that. I'll make a well, this is what looks like to be a Dread Knight with a Valkyrie body, a Valkyrie cockpit, or at least part of the Valkyrie cockpit, attached to a Dreadnought back end for this bit. Valkyrie wings, I know that much. And then I want to say these are from a Dreadnought sprue kit as well. It's really well done. So I'm running this Mecha Dread as, this will be the Zap Cannon, I want to say. That's the rules for this sucker. Oh, hi, Chippy. Where'd you go? Oh, hey, buddy. So the rules for this sucker is Big Zap or Rattling Cannon or Rattler Cannon, and the sword is the Ripper Claw, one of the Ripper Claws. So yeah, I'm super excited about this particular conversion. So this looks nice. So these are the 2 like big showpieces. There's another fighter bomber. So these are going to kind of be what my point sinks are going to be. But then we have, I can just grab one of these guys. So the War Boss. That's the War Boss right here. And he's got his, this is modeled after a medieval samurai. So that's the War Boss, right? I'm assuming that's going to be a big chopper. I don't know this is the first time I'll be playing orcs, or Rob will be playing orcs, so I have no clue what this guy will have for equipment. And then I have, for the standard troop, I have this orc, right here. So I got 22 of these guys. And then I also have grots. I have a runt herder with grots. The grots look like this. They're just a standard grotlings. Hello, Mr. Young. So they're just the standard grotlings. But the if I can talk, that's just the painted stuff, and I'm pretty sure I have 1,500 points in this box right now. That's just painted. and the rest of it's going to be like the unpainted. There's another whole box in there that's unpainted, and it's got another bunch of boys that are unpainted. I think it's got another 10 boys that are unpainted. 3 kilocans, another fight Obama, a shit ton of death coptas. So there's that. No, the model is called Boys. So that's that. So yeah. Mr. Young, by the way, if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you joining me, but just so you know, I won't tolerate trolling. It's as simple as that. So this is your first and only warning. So there's that. So yeah, these are well done orcs, and I'm glad I got them. So I don't know if I can tell you where I got them from because I'm filming as a GW, doing GW stuff. I don't necessarily know if I can tell you where I got them from, and if that violates any rules or regs for GW. I have to check. I got to call them and see, actually, because I applied for a license through GW, and I got to see if they say it takes about 3 months to find out if you're licensed via GW as a YouTube channel. So I don't know. They haven't gotten back to me yet, and it's almost the 3 months mark. So chances are I'm in the clear, but at the same time, I don't want to break any sort of legal parameters. So I won't tell you where I got these orcs from, but someone wanted to get these orcs off their hands. I said, hey, so yeah, it was a good deal overall. I can tell you that much. So there's that. So yeah, tomorrow will be that battle report with a special player, and yeah, I'm super excited. Super excited. Can't wait to play. Can't wait to play with that battle report. So that's kind of what the news is. So let's read these comments real quick, because the comments are squared away. They're really good. I love these. I love it when the community gets involved with the with the battle reports. So we'll do the Death Guard versus Dark Angels. So for Broken Rooster, we asked about the Broken Rooster is one of our users. We asked about a rule of charging. So 4 within an inch. As we see it, you're 9 inches. You're 9 inches. You roll a 9, but you're really 8.1 to 8.9 inches away. You roll an 8, so you're within an inch. So that's what he said. So the argument, so his input is that, so the argument was, hey, do you have to get to initiate combat? Do you have to get within base to base, or does it count if you're within an inch of an enemy unit? And he believes that if you're within an inch of an enemy unit, you can initiate combat, and that's for rolling into combat. Can't wait till Sunday's stream. So Rick Sanchez has also written to us. Can't wait for Sunday's stream. Apparently Beth will be watching us, so look forward to that. She's not a complete psychopath. That's awesome. I love whoever this Rick Sanchez is. You're awesome playing. honestly, as shooty as his Marines tend to be. He's talking about my wife's Marines. He should say that they're rift stalkers, not big much of a color scheme. Not big much of a color scheme difference. Chapter tactics units make it -1 to hit outside of 12 inches. Or outside of 12 inches. The bane of orcs and Tau, really. Stratagem, your infantry units can infiltrate. Honestly, it seems like it's his style. The Marines are much better. He's gone and done great with them so far. So this is just a suggestion. I will take that into account, Alctazi. So I will think about the Rift Stalkers. Saren Drake says for the Death Guard, 3 Plague Burst Crawlers. Love that list. Squad of Plague Marines. As always, it's unlucky. He's talking about that. Another great gridio. Glad to see the Dark Angels. That's from Mr. Charles Bell. Randy Powell says, I wish I could play with my Death Guard. Sorry, Randy. Frank Bellew says, glad to see an army being added to the channel. Check out the stratagems for the DAA. Good stuff in there. As always, my choice is Grey Knights. Yep, of course. The Beachside Boys, a new subscriber. Good battle report, fun to watch. Yeah. Ravenger says, nice friendly game, couple pointers for the Dark Angels. I would have unloaded the Deathwing into a larger unit of larger unit of toughness 3 troops rather than try to roll +5 to chip away wounds at either the tanks or Plague Marines. Also, Marines come with pistols and bolt guns, so keep that in mind next time you're stuck in combat. That every one of the tactical are able to fire off a round while dodging swipes in combat. Demon Princes aren't required to make an attack roll with a Talon in order to get the bonus to hit. The Prince could have made 4 axe swings and a Talon attack. Can't wait for the next one. I'll give you guys a sub. Thanks for the entertainment. So thank you, Ravager. That's awesome. So I thank you for that. All right, on to the Tau comments. So Zadras, oh my God, finally some Tau action. They look awesome. Nagrath Knight and Balthasar Gold, I guess. I paint parts of my Death Guard that way. Really cool combo. I play the Tau a bit more. I play a Tau a bit more mobile. The static gun line is not a viable option for them in this edition thus so far. I tend to disagree. Static gun line, way, like for the Tau or Imperial Guard, static gun line is disgustingly good. 10 Breachers, a Dark Strider, and a Devilfish jumping out are terrifying. The Terminator are a terrifying Terminator killing machine. That I will agree with. Also, Yavara with Cold Star Commander is the most beautiful combo. They work together. Together. I don't know that combo, but I haven't run into it. But I'll take your point on it, Zadras. I hope they win next time. I want to see more of it. If I should win, yep. Okay. So Pissed Off Nerd, another new subscriber. Nice to see Forge World Tau units play, even though they had to be conversions in it. So Pissed Off Nerd. Woot, see some Tau on the field. Can't wait for the Codex. Hope the Tau gets some love. Codex is coming out soon. So Ravager, nice game. I think it would be more of a fight when the Codex is released. Yeah, again, we bring up Codexes a lot. Go Bugs, glad to see the Tau. That was from Charles Bell. I think stratagems and relics and the Codexes make a big difference. Yeah, I think we can all agree on that. Awesome battle report. The Tau army was gorgeous, even though we didn't have the best shooting like everyone claims. Great game from both players. I always enjoy because the Nids are crazy, clawing everything. That was from Broken Rooster. Yep. Awesome. Awesome. Commander Farsight. Have you heard of the game called War Machine? Yes, I have heard of the game called War Machine. That was from Rick Sanchez. I hear it is not as expensive as Games Workshop, and I hear that it is less model unit intensive as Games Workshop. Don't really know much about it besides that. I've been thinking about doing X-Wing for miniatures and Armada for miniatures, but that's really all I've been kind of wanting to dabble into. So, because I have a shit ton of X-Wing miniatures, and I have a small fleet of Armada. So, yeah, let me think about that. Let me think about that real quick. But yeah, I can't wait for that. We'll talk about that more. Jim Thompson, oh, nom nom nom. Bugs enjoying the C as in SEE food buffet. Looking forward to having my bugs make an appearance someday soon. I can't wait, and that's from Jim Thompson. I can't wait for that. I really can't. And then Aquarius comes in after a long hiatus. My poor Tau, as soon as I saw the length of the video and which factions were fighting, I knew. Beautifully painted Tau, albeit a short one. And then of course, and then Sabah 3 is a new commenter. We always need more Tau battle reps. So yes, we do need more Tau battle reps. Honestly, guys, that's probably you know that the Bard's brother plays, right? I did not know the Bard's brother plays. If he you could have him bring his stuff to show you. I will absolutely, Mr. Rick Sanchez. How you know that is beyond me. Now I've pinned you. Now I think I've pinned you. I knew it was one of the D&D members, but now I think I've pinned you. So you tipped your hand off, Mr. Rick Sanchez. Yeah, if he wants to show me, absolutely, and maybe we'll do a video of War Machine and see how well that pans out. See how popular that is. So yeah, so that's that was all the comments. All right, now for the moment of truth everyone's been kind of waiting for, and that is who wins the battle report, who wins the giveaway for the battle report. So with that being said, I believe a battle report winner was already picked out from the Death Guard and the Dark Angels. So let us look at these comments. All right, so really we have to just do the Tyranid Vrital. So we have Sabah 3 with a box of Fire Warriors. We have Ravager. Who didn't mention anybody. Yeah. We have Fendrake. Fendrake hasn't relieved, hasn't won anything. We have Pissed Off Nerd, who also has a box of Tau Fire Warriors. Zardris already won. So really, it was just oh no, we didn't pick anybody for the Death Guard. Okay, all right. So Death Guard and Dark Angels. Death Guard and Dark Angels winners are as follows. Let me look. I may actually have to roll because there's actually a few new people that entered. So the beachside bros, Plague Marines, they've asked for Plague Marines. Theron Drake asked for Plague Marines. Broken Rooster asked for Space Marine Scout Squad. And then Dariquo Grenhall. Dariquo Grenhall asked for a box of Rubric Marines. All right, so Greedhall? I do not know how to say that last name. So we got Rubric Marines. We have Plague Marines. We have another Plague Marines, Thendrake. We have Space Marine Scout Squad. And that's it. All right. That is it. I didn't realize I was mentioning something. I don't have the codex yet, but I was thinking Rubric or Tzadzagar. I haven't won yet. Oh yes, no, Mr. Charles Bell, you haven't won yet either. So we gotta roll. We gotta roll off. Okay, let me let's do this real quick, guys. All right. I gotta grab some dice. Yeah. Got these black ones. All right. So let's I may have to actually do more. So let me go through Dark Angels versus Death Guard. All right. So one more time, Dark Angels versus Death Guard. Okay. Oh, I missed Blade of the Lion. I'd really appreciate some Space Marine Scouts. So Blade of the Lion, so that's 1. Broken Chicken, Space Marine Scouts is 2. Thendrake, Plague Marine Scouts, that's 3. Boxagons, that's 4 for Charles Bell. The Beachside Boys is 5. Ravager is 6. Ooh, I have to get a D8 out. Damn. Hold on, guys. Oh, I could do a D6 and a reroll. No, let's get a D8 out. I want to keep this to 1 dice. One dice is fair. Gives everybody a chance. D8, D8, D8. There's 1. Okay. so let's do this. All right. All right, so there's 7 people that have asked for something. So Dario Q Grenhall, or Greendhall, asked for Rubric Marines. Ravager, you've asked for Rubric Marines as well, or Tadzgar, or Tsadzagnor. I don't know how to say that. And then Charles Bell with the Gaunts, then Theron Drake. So that's 4 right there. Then Broken Rooster is 5. Then Blade of the Lion is 6. And Thendrake is 7. Okay, all right. So here's the D8 right here. 8 is going to be a reroll. We are going to roll right now. This is for the Dark Angels battle report. All right. 4. 4 came up. I'm not quite sure how it's spelled. I think it's Zangor. Oh, it might be. Who knows? So 4 came up. All right, so we got to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mr. Charles Bell. Mr. Charles Bell, you've won your box of Gaunts for that video. All right. So, Mr. Charles Bell, for the Dark Angels and Death Guard video, you have won a box of Gaunts. All right. Now, Ravager. So, for Tyrannid v. Tau, we have Sabah 3. We have Ravager. We have Broken Rooster. And that's it. That's it. Oh, and Pissed Off Nerd. So that's 4. Hey, look at that. So D4. D4 right there. All right. So for the Tau, so for that particular battle report. So 1 is going to be Sabah 3. 2 is going to be Ravager. 3 is going to be... Oh, no. Oh, sorry. 5. So Thendrake. So we have to do a D6. I just had one because of Thendrake. Oh, there's one right there. All right. So, no, 6 because of Thendrake. So he said Plague Marine or Plague Bearers. So there's 6. So let's do it again. So for the Tau Tyrannid one, it's 1 for Sabah 3, 2 for Ravager, 3 for Broken Rooster, 4 for Thendrake, and then 5 for Pissed Off Nerd. All righty, let's do this. So let's roll. Here's the D6. 6 will be a... Here's the D6. 6 is going to be a reroll. 1. 1 it is. Mr. Sabah 3. There it is. Mr. Sabah 3. Congratulations. You have won your Rubric Marines, I believe. That's what he asked for. Oh, no. To box of Tau Fire Warriors. So, I need to get Gaunts and Tau Fire Warriors. So, that is it for this for those people. So Charles Bell, Dark Angels, Death Guard, Battle Report, Gaunts, and Sabah 3. Tau V Tyrannid, he gets the Tau box fireworks. So if you guys have not won yet, don't worry. Just keep on applying. You'll win sooner or later. And Joseph B. Hi, how's it going? I'm glad people are joining me for this channel update live stream. So, what is going to happen tomorrow? This is the Commissar's intent. What's going to happen tomorrow? Well, tonight, actually, we are going to do a live stream, a Total Warhammer battle, a Total Warhammer 2 live stream with the Empire on normal. We're on, I think, turn 72, if I remember correctly, or turn 73. I can't remember. And that's going to be tonight, starting at around 9 o'clock ish. Go for about 3 hours, and then whatnot. And then Friday is a battle report, and then we move on to. And then I got to play a few StarCraft games because we haven't done StarCraft in a hot minute. And then we might do community night Friday. I just don't know what people want. So there's that. So yeah. So but a guaranteed battle report on Friday. It's going to be orcs. Okay, custom made Forge World model or kit bashed Forge World model. Mecha Dread versus a new player. And his army. So that's going to be super excited. That's going to be super interesting. I'm super excited to do that. So that's kind of what we got so far, and I'm really happy to hear the comments. And I want to thank everybody who's on the chat right now, who's on the live stream. So, and I appreciate everyone who's joining me today. So there is that. So just trying to think of what else we need to talk about. I think that's it. I think we covered everything. So congratulations to the winners. Mr. Kevin B. Hey man, good work on the channel. I've watched battle reports. Can't wait to see more. Thank you for your time spent. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Kevin B. I appreciate that awesomely. This channel is a budding channel. I know that I'm not as prolific as some of my other contemporaries, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, all that stuff. Or even contemporaries, like if you want to just strictly talk about Warhammer 40K, like Invasive Wargaming. He does a lot of videos about Warhammer, more lore based than anything. And then and not just that, but anything else. Like he talks about codex reviews and all that stuff. Spiky Bits, Glacial Geek. Glacial Geek does a lot of battle reports. Honestly, his battle reports are pretty spot on. I kind of wish I had more time to do battle reports like him. But like I said, the intent was three battle reports a month for this channel, and I'm going to try and keep to that promise. So we had one battle report last week that was posted on Wednesday, so that was January. This battle report, and then the next battle report will come out probably Monday or Tuesday, or at least I'll film it and then release it a week after. And then the third battle report will probably be filmed on that Friday. So we're still on track for keeping 3 battle reports a month. I would like to do 4 battle reports a month, but I think that might be pushing it. So there is that. So like I said, I'm super excited to get what I'm going. And also the Solisian Campaign is still running ahead of schedule. And I can't wait for that to be picked up pretty soon. So, or that to pick up pace, because the players are actually moving at a good pace. They're moving at a good pace. They were bog-mired in the city for a little bit, but I think now I know where they need. I think they all know where they need to go, and then we can fast track it into the main storyline, the big storyline. So, and that's that. So I'm super excited to see where that goes. Not huge is good. Lets you keep it real and approachable. You'll just get big. Keep up the passion. I've played 40K for a long time, and you tugged me in. Oh, well, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And you know, this channel is a labor of love. It's a labor of passion. I'm not getting any money from it. You know, and even if I was, as I've said in the beginning, have you heard You're My Own Welcome parody? If not, you should listen to it. No, I haven't heard Your Own Welcome parody, but I may have to listen to it. But anyway, as I was saying, that was from Rick Sanchez. You know, the person who's done Rick Sanchez, he's got to be from my D&D group. Originally, he played it totally cool and in character, but then he busted character this episode. So, or not this episode, but this live stream. So I think I know who he is. I want to give him some shit on Saturday when I find out. But anyway, so yeah, this channel's labor love, and like I said, this channel is designed to be a charity channel. Okay, because I work for the Air Force, I don't necessarily need the extra cash. You know, everything's provided for me, and you know, I can live. I'm living within my means and whatnot. So there's that. So like I said, this channel is a charity channel. Whatever money that I do decide to use, it'll be to defray costs for running the channel. So like time spent, the prizes, some of the prizes cost a lot. Not that this is a prize. This is one of the armies. Although I will say this, sooner or later, I might release one of the armies that I've collected from the channel into an open bid to raise funds for charity. I might do that. I have to think about it really hard, and then, you know, do it that way. And basically how that will work is a PayPal charity. So like 10 tickets cost you $10, right? Or you can do 20 for 15, you know, or however much each ticket is going to be worth, right? Have you seen the Warhammer 40K of Death of Hope trailer? It's a fan-made short movie being made. It's just a trailer so far. Yes, I have. That is an awesome 30K trailer. I would like to see it, but what really so if we're going to talk about fan-made projects and whatnot, let's talk about that, because now we're going to get into the lore portion of the video, which usually runs anywhere between an hour and 30 minutes or 30 minutes to an hour. So let's do lore real quick, or fan-based works. If you haven't seen the Lord Inquisitor prologue, go see it now. It was out a long time ago, but oh my God, did they really nail down what Terra looked like? Like, that is what I believe Terra would look like. I mean, they literally looked at some of the paintings in the books and said, all right, we can deal with this. Especially like the attention to detail, like the Imperial Fist Bastion and the Imperial Fist marching in parade. That's amazing. Death of Hope trailer, yes, I've seen that. I think it looks great. I want to know if there's going to be anything else that comes of it. So I think Games Workshop needs to start funding a lot of fan-made stuff. I really do. I think GW really needs to flex its corporate muscles and put some money into the fan-based stuff. Because honestly, the fan-based stuff is a better success Passion comes out and it's all good. Unless I miss my guess, your Guard is your favorite army. I love Guard. I collected Guard all the damn time. Like my Imperial Guard army is my baby. I'm currently working on one of my many projects for the channel is to showcase the Guard army that I'm working on. And I can actually give you guys a preview of that. So let's get one that's painted. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this, he's a little dusty. This guy and this guy. So he's not done. I haven't put the eyeballs on him yet. I don't know if you can kind of see it because of the way the light is coming into the yeah, you can't see it. I wish you could. So the light is kind of screwing up. He's very lightly painted. His skin's lightly painted, but this guy, so this particular stormtrooper is circa 19, I want to say 90, 93. I've come across a lot of them recently, and the color scheme, if you can tell, the color scheme that you can tell is blue beret, green fatigues, black armor. And that is the old 1960 style, 50 style, depending on where you look, U.S. Air Force uniform that we used to wear. And the blue beret is obviously security forces. So I'm modeling them after security forces. I only have weapons teams of those old stormtroopers. Yes, yes. Well, I've got a few of them. I've got a few squads of the old stormtroopers. And what I'm going to do is they're going to be my infantry. They're going to be my common infantry, and then the actual, and then these guys right here, the Tempestus Scions. They're not going to have their helmets. They're going to have their berets. Those are going to be the actual stormtroopers. So, yeah. Have any Catachan? No, I do not have any Catachan, Joseph B. I just don't. Sorry. I wish I did. But I don't have any Catachan. Kind of wish I did, but I don't. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry. I have old Steel Legion. I have some old Steel Legion models kicking around, and I have. Oh no, I do. Sorry. I hate doing flesh, so all mine have helmets. All mine have helmet heads for Marine and Tau. Yeah, so flesh is really hard to paint. I'm not a very good painter. That's why I only did the primer tutorial, and that's really it. And even then, when I posted the primer tutorial on Reddit, I got. Oh, by the way, the Torax Prime is a great kit. If you ever thought of getting one or two. Yes, I have thought of getting one or two. I actually have one of the Toraxes kind of sitting unbuilt. My to-do list is fairly extensive for my Guard, but like I said, I'm a parent. I'm in the military. I don't get a whole lot of time off. And when I do, it's spending quality time with my family. And while I would love to have my daughter start learning the hobby and painting, she's only 2 years old. She'll never get that. They work great, so you'll like it. So I haven't fielded Torax. I love my Chimeras. I mean, my Chimeras are my babies. I have 3 Chimeras running around in my army. And if I was to field my full army as it is now, I have 3 Leman Russ battle tanks. I have 2 Leman Russ battle tanks. I have 1 Demolisher. I have 3 Chimera. I have a Hellhound, and I have 6 Sentinels, and then the infantry to boot. So it's a fairly heavily mechanized army. I don't have any flyers. I want to incorporate flyers into the army, so that every unit on the field has a transport to fly around in. But yeah, so there's that. But anyway, like I said, oh, spoiler alert, every Warhammer player has a large to-do list. Flyers are really strong so far in this edition. Yes, flyers are really strong so far in this edition. The only problem I have is that they nerfed my Valkyrie. So the problem I have with the Valkyrie gunship is that it is a ballistic skill 4 flyer. And if it flies anywhere, then because it has heavy weapons, it can't shoot at its ballistic skill. So because of that, I now fire at ballistic skill 5 for the Lost Cannon, the heavy bolter gunner, the door gunners, and then if I wanted to launch all my missiles off my flyer rack. And then if I wanted to turn it into a Vendetta gunship, it's even more expensive. So it's like it's not even worth it to take them. And yeah, granted they have hover, but that just means that they don't get to shoot better. I mean, or that means that they just shoot a little. They shoot the same, and then they don't get the hard to hit. Check out rocket pods. They became assault in the codex. Yeah, well, okay, and that's good that they became assault in the codex. And I got my codex kicking around here somewhere. I think it might be in my car. But at the same time, it's super frustrating when you have a certain build. For example, my Valkyries in 7th edition were basically flying Leman Russ. They had a Lost Cannon, 2 heavy bolters, and they had the 2 Hellfire missiles, right? That was strength 8 AP3. Tau Flyers are the worst. I heard Tau Flyers got pretty nerfed badly. But then again, Tau Flyers have ballistic skill 3, if I remember correctly, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are ballistics 4. In which case, yeah, you're in the same boat as me. I can agree that it's odd for fast flyers can't move fast and shoot so strange. Yeah, like I said, it just boggles my mind. Like that's what makes Dark Eldar flyers so damn dangerous, is that all their weapons are assault. All their weapons are assault. Like the Dark Lances that they have, assault. The missiles that they have, assault. They're none of their weapons on their flyers are assault. And yet you have the Valkyrie and the Vendetta gunship. That's like the Vendetta gunship is like this nasty, just dangerous freaking predator of the skies. 3 twin-linked Lost Cannons, and oh, by the way, it's ballistic skill 4, and it has to move. It has to move. It can't hover, or at least from my understanding, it cannot hover. Now I don't have the Forge World Codex to verify it, and I can't look up the rules because that's technically plagiarism or copyright infringement. If someone takes a picture and posts the rules up on the forums, and that's how Games Workshop does their legal stuff. But like even then, it's like my premium tank killer cannot sit in a specific area, or a flyers killer and sit in a specific area and just lob shells, lob Lost Cannon bolts into a tank. So it's so disheartening. It really is. You're just like, oh my God, I want to use this. I want to use this piece of murder technology, and I can't. I have so many flyers, so yeah, it's a real pain for my guard. Yeah, and if you have a lot of flyers, that and they get crap for DACA, don't get strafing run or anything like that, or anything like Marine flyers get. Yes, ballistic skill 4 on Tau. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Tau don't get anything in the way of DACA. You know, they have strong single shot weapons, which would be the bane of anyone's armor anyone's armor existence, right? So like if they face another flyer, they're okay. I mean that single shot weapon gets fired. Although they're subject to marker light, aren't they? I think that's how they get around that. I think they can do marker light stuff. So maybe that cancels out. I haven't seen a Tau player field a Tau flyer before. Or no, I take that back. I think my first battle report, I had one Tau flyer. It was actually John's Tau and whatnot. So I don't know. I really don't know. I think they're subject to marker light, so they might beat the system that way. Tau do have a hope in their codex. It's called the Horizon. So hang on strong out there, Tau players. That's funny. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Tau do have they do have that bright light in the distance. So anyway, yeah. So I still can't believe someone kit bashed this. This is an expensive kit bash. The bomber can shoot one marker light, so lets us re-roll one on that target if it hits. If you want to improve ballistic skill, you have to have 5 marker lights on a single target. Ooh. 5 marker lights? That's damn. That's pretty vicious, I'm gonna have to say. Man, marker lights back in the day were dangerous. I'll tell you that much. You got a marker light sent off, you were hitting on 3s or 2s depending on your ballistic skill. But now you have to have 5s. Marker lights are poop right now. Yes, marker lights are poop right now. Marker lights are terrible. But hey, let's hope they get rewritten in the codex. Like, I don't want marker lights getting nerfed beyond all reason. But so you wanna improve your ballistic skill by 1. All right, have 2 marker lights. Paint the target. That makes sense. It doesn't game break because you still need the 2. More of a handicap. Shooting marker lights means less DACA. Yeah, that's the problem, huh? I mean, yeah, you gotta give up. You gotta give up shooting to fire a marker light. But that also makes sense, right? You just can't have one Tau paint a target, be like, oh yeah, I'm painting a laser on this target. Don't mind me, Tyranids. I'll get to you, or whatever the case is. Can't be like just painting a marker light of a fast-moving airplane and then, shooting, with pinpoint precision with your plasma rifle at incoming threats. It's like, yeah, I know I'm hitting something. You're hitting us, jackass. Rather do 5-man scout team with railgun sniping. Oh, well, they have to improve marker lights. They have to. It's like what it's like the Tau thing that they're known for. Yeah, that's true. Rather have 5-man scout teams with railgun sniping. Yeah, railguns are just dangerous all around. Rail rifles, fuck that. I hate rail rifles. I absolutely hate rail rifles. And Tau drone snipers. Why are they so bad? I don't know why Tau sniper drones are so bad. I don't. I think it's their poor leadership, really. I mean, you take out the guy that's like marking all the drones, and then, oh no, we must flee, and they run. Because their leadership's not that great. I think it's a 6, maybe it's a 5, and maybe it's a 7. Ravager, marker lights are really used. Marker lights are really used to have the crew run at the enemy. It's like cats chasing a laser pointer. I could totally see that. I could totally see like a crew carnivore squad fucking like the ethereals, like all serious and grim. Shoot out the laser. And then like like this drone fires this laser, and the crew just crew. They just like chase after the laser. that's hilarious. That's funny. Ooh, oh, God damn it, Ravager. I love the crew to feel good too. But it probably won't happen. But it probably won't happen. But hope is there. Yeah. Crude have always been like the Crude and the Vespid, and then for a little bit, if we're talking about Tau, for a little bit, the Guavesa auxiliaries were always in the background. Like, they're useful. I gotta tell. So I think I've told the story before on the live stream about my buddy Tom, who killed my friend Scott's demon prince that was damn near unkillable, with crude rifles. Like, it was literally just Tom versus my buddy Scott's Noise Marine, Slaneshi Marines, right? Emperor's Children Marines with Noise Marines, and then a Slaneshi Demon Prince with Feel No Pain and all that stuff. And like, this was back in, I think this was back in 4th edition, maybe even 5th. No, actually, I think this was back in 4th, because this was back in 2006, 2007. Somewhere around that area. So yeah, probably just around 4th edition. And it was redonkulous. This guy's army, you couldn't beat this guy's army. I came close 1,000 times with my Imperial Guard gun line. Came close, really close, 1,000 times. Couldn't beat him. Couldn't fucking beat him. Not if my fucking life depended on it. But Tom's crew, he had, I think, I love Croup. I hate the Vespid. I call the Vespid stink fingers instead of sting wingers. Wings. The excuse for Tau having 4 ballistics is their pupils don't dilate, according to the Octasy says. The excuse for the Tau having BS4 is that their pupils don't dilate. According to the lore, fun fact, look it up, pupil dilation has little impact on focusing of depth perception. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That is science right there. So, the more you know. Yeah, I don't understand why they did that, but plus all that tech, and the best that they can do is marker lights to compensate. Got to shoot better. Logic failure. Yeah, man. I don't know. Well, I mean, so it'd be kind of like this. It'd be kind of like dumb firing a javelin missile without it being painted prior to it being fired. Like, or not a javelin missile, but a Tomahawk cruise missile. So like how a Tomahawk works is you have a team painting the target, right, with a laser, a steady laser. And you have to keep the laser on the target. And the Tomahawk flies to the laser. Kevin B states that it's because Tau don't practice shooting, they just binge watch Tau flicks. That's pretty funny. Yeah, you know, I've often wondered in Warhammer 40K lore is if that there's like a, especially for the Imperium, you know, you would think that the Imperium would have like some sort of entertainment business, because, you know, everyone's life is so goddamn shitty, and that like resurrect and you know, the Imperium has to have like this media outlet that people just sit like, oh, I'm so tired of working in this greasy manufactorum next to this freaking having a tech priest like buzz in my ear and technobabble the entire time. I just want to go home and watch, 40K flicks and chill, like something to that extent. Like, because you have to think about it. The Imperium is bad. Like, they treat their people horribly. And, they're modeled after the old Roman Empire, So where's the bread and circuses to placate the masses? Yes, human annihilation is a big reason why the Imperium still functions, because, enough people know that if they don't do what they're supposed to do, they're going to die a horrible, brutal death. Right on, guard flicks. So, like, I've often wondered what entertainment services, because Dan Abnett in the Ravenor and Eisenhorn books writes about like the certain entertainment facilities on certain planets and whatnot. But that doesn't like that only covers like a planet that they've been on. It doesn't cover like their day-to-day, like the day-to-day life of a civilian inside like a manufactorum. Like, do they work? And then do they go to, like, say, a movie theater, or do they have some sort of entertainment at home? Like, it can't just be like, especially in the Ravenor books, like he goes into more detail about like the hive stacker lifestyle and all that stuff, and the administratum work and all that stuff. Like, you can't just sit there and say, well, our lives are miserable, but we still keep, plodding on. No, there's got to be some sort of entertainment. I mean, if you really think about it, if you really think about the lore, it's modeled after, the British stiff upper lip, keep calm, carry on kind of a style for Warhammer 40K. But you really, 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 really got to have like the strongest stiff upper lip, like made out of, Martian adamantium forged in like the elder manufactorum of Olympus Mons itself, to not like say, you know what, fuck this, and have an insurrection. As sad as it sounds, I believe a guardsman lives good in a guardsman life. Guardsmen's live good lives in comparison to the average Imperial citizens. Mark, training with Sisters of Battle. Yeah. Don't think they do that, because Sisters of Battle don't tolerate that crap. If you've actually read the old Witch Hunters Codex, they've got a pretty stringent code of conduct. I mean, yeah, there's probably some sort of, as some people would call it, heresy porn circulating around the Imperium of Man, but I don't think they go that far. But yeah, I honestly, I don't know. I think that'd be an interesting book to read. Just no battles, no nothing, just like the day-to-day life of a common civilian. A battle in the background, maybe as like the foreshadowing, is like the subplot, right? But like, you go to this one planet, and you're working hard, right? And then like the next few chapters, it talks about this war that your supplies are going to or whatnot, and it comes back, and you're like Gary on the couch, just sitting there going, I'm just going to show up to work because I know they're going to imprison me and turn me into a servitor. Like something like that. I don't know. Plenty of women in the guard, just not a lot of models. Are you talking about 40K models? Yeah, absolutely. That's a whole nother conversation I've had in the past. I would imagine much casual action. So yeah, I mean, see, that's tough, because so here's my aspect as in being in the military, right? this kind of forbidden notion that there's inter-office or interregimental relationships with other members of your unit, that's kind of a romanticized. It really is. It's very romanticized. Sometimes it's romanticized to the point of being fetishized, which is, hey, if that's your kink, that's your kink, and I'm not going to shame you for that. But at the same time, it's not true. Like, I hate that argument of, people saying, well, women in the military, they're ruining the military because the guys can't think because, all the blood's rushing to their heads. No, that's sexist. Plain and simple. I know plenty of females in the military who can do the job just as well as any other guy can, and who aren't, just looking for tail. So now you want to put the argument of, well, it's extraordinary actions and extraordinary events, and the atmosphere is more tense and all that stuff. Yeah, there are people going to blow steam, but I think there is definitely a non-spoken, an unspoken code in the military where you treat the females in your unit like sisters. Okay. If you work with them, they're your sister. Weird question. Oh, this is a 40K question. Weird question. Can they marry? I serve in the military and we work together. Yeah. I mean, find that fetish on Drakari flicks and serve even better knowing that she's there to help. Yeah, man. Hey, my wife's military. I serve, I'm pretty sure that if I was single, I wouldn't be as motivated as I am. I'll say that right now. My wife's a medic. Yeah, she's not in the same unit as me. She's in the medical group while I'm in the security forces squadron. And she's in medical, I'm in the mission support group under security forces. She's in the medical group under MDOS, Medical Operations Squadron. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that because guardsmen get married all the time, you would think that guardsmen do get married to other guardsmen. I don't know how that works. Actually, no. Dan Amnett did that. Dan Amnett wrote about guard getting married. Catherine marrying to Tana Crid. Catherine Domo marrying to Tanya Creed. Tanya Creed. And then Ban Dower getting married to one of the camp followers. That's true, but 40K is such an extreme example. I'd imagine you find whatever joy you can in between each 40K battle. I was about to bring up that book. Finished it for the third time. Yeah. Are we talking about War Master? Who, by the way, whoever has read War Master, we will have a separate video to talk about that. It's only been out for like a month and a half. I don't want to do any spoilers, but oh my God. Oh, I just finished it like 2-3 weeks ago. Oh my God. Oh my God, that book. Oh, but anyway. Yeah, for your example, so I have a female on my flight. I actually have now 2 females on my flight, and we treat them like sisters. All right. Like she's my little sister. I take care of her. And all the single males, there are a few single males on my flight. They treat them like sisters. You see it in their antics, right? I'm being the older brother. I'm kind of tired of them arguing, when they get on each other's nerves. But I am more happy that we function as almost like a family unit. Kind of a weird. It's kind of weird to describe a military unit as a family, but it really is. Like, yes, you have the rigid hierarchy of the rank structure. You have the rigid hierarchy of positional power versus duty requirements and all that stuff. But it is a family. I treat them as family members, because I'd give my life for them. They are my family. I mean, outside of the military, they really don't have much. when it comes to like, because they're away from their own families and they're away from their own friends and whatnot. So like, to answer the big question of the idea that, you know, females in military are more promiscuous, one, that's incorrect. And really, there are a lot of guys that are more promiscuous too. I mean, it's equal playing field almost. But it's certainly incorrect. Like, guys can be just as equally promiscuous as females. Yeah, the military can feel like a family. Everyone keeps watching each other's back and doing their best. Yeah, I always have the best interest of my kids at heart. Like, I love my flight. I take them anywhere. I take them anywhere. And whenever my flight doesn't do what they're supposed to, or doesn't perform the way I expect them to, that's a failure on me, because I didn't, for whatever reason, that idea, the intent that they did, or the actions that resulted in that was me not being who I was supposed to be as an NCO, as a supervisor, as a flight sergeant, instilling what needs to be done, right? Integrity first, service before self, excellence, and all we do. That's the key values of the Air Force. So, you know, the military application is that, like, if they fail, I fail, because I'm responsible for what they do. And then if they succeed, I succeed, because my actions or the fact that I've shown them what right looks like, they've decided, hey, that's what right looks like. Let's internalize that. And it's very much a similar family unit. You know, you see your older brother doing something, you want to fucking do it. That's fucking fun. Okay, regardless of what dad may say, right, or mom may say, you're like, shit, that's awesome. Or you follow through and you're like, nah, that looks like fun, but I want to make sure that that's okay with mom and dad first, kind of a deal. So it's very much it's a family dynamic, but there's more to it. It's very intricate. The psychology of a military unit is very much, it's very interesting. Now, there are toxic units with toxic leadership, with toxic NCOs and officers. I mean, there are those nightmare units. I luckily have not been in a nightmare unit. I've been in a good unit where I fell in with a lot of good brothers and sisters, and I've been in a bad, and so far that's been my case. But yeah, as far as like what Imperial Guards women and Guardsmen do, I'm assuming it's the same thing as us. You know, they try and get their enjoyment where they can. They try and do it within the regs. Some of the guardsmen are absolutely totally shitheads, and you couldn't trust them with a grocery run. And other guardsmen are like the exemplars of what they should be, because they know what they need to do. They know what's right. So that, I think, is an accurate portrayal. And if you really want to know what guardsmen, or what a good series to read, the Gaunt's Ghost series is an excellent series. I guarantee you, lore-wise, you should totally read the Gaunt's Ghost series. So yeah, like I think that's an excellent series. Maybe you should do a guard battle report from the mindset of the normal squad. Well, so here's the funny thing about battle reports, right? You always see it from the top down. So like a guardsman unit, right, would never know what they're like they'd get their intelligence brief, right? And if the intel proved to be good, right, they get their intel brief. Hey, we're landing on a planet. This planet we're facing Metal, blah, blah, blah. Be on the lookout for their weaponry, whatnot. You know, these are their strengths. These are their weaknesses. And remember, they a lot of guardsmen are subject to the imperial propaganda, which, if you guys don't know, is the Imperial Guards Infantry Handbook. I've got a few copies of these, and that's in the Minotaurium Manual and the Infantryman's Uplifting Primer. So this is the guard Bible. This is the Guardsman's Bible right here, and a lot of it is propaganda based, right? Some of it might be true, but like when you talk about the orcs, or when you talk about the Eldar, or laughably the Tyranids, right? You know, for example, they like I'll read what they have for the war boss. The war boss, always the biggest and toughest orc in the band. It keeps the others in line by virtue of its dominance, size, and strength. That's true. Because of its size, it will present an easy target. That's true. A shot in the face will drop the alien scum like a sack of sand. That is not true. Yes, you could kill a orc war boss with a single headshot if you were divinely touched by the God Emperor of Man, right? Given the right weapon and the right timing, you could theoretically incinerate an orc with one shot to the head, right? I'm thinking a melt-a-gun would do it, or a plasma gun would do it, or maybe a hot-shot sniper rifle, right? A hot-shot long last. You know, so that's kind of the Kevin B writes, often I am asked as I play the game, what's the squad thinking? How does he feel? Always funny. Always a bit funny to me. I have the uplifting primer, but the Damocles Gulf edition. Sorry, Towels. Yeah, I mean, I have the Damocles. This is the Damocles Gulf edition inside here. So yeah, I like some of the stuff that they talk about. For example, when they talk about Tyranid bioweapons, right? Tyranid weapons are formed out of living tissue. Often they fall apart. Not the case. They're not subject to jamming. They don't break apart easily. You can jam them per se by like cutting off a piece of their ammunition sacks or whatnot, that kind of a stuff, but they don't fall apart. You know, like when they talk about lictors, large members of the brood, they have a tendency to camouflage in order to advance undetected. Sometimes this makes them difficult to seize, but their large size and proneness to panic and shriek in the faces of strobing lights negates that skill. That's not true. Careful with those orc headshots. Don't need any more Guzkol Uruk Mad Thraka running around. Yeah, that's true. I run all my battles based off the primer speaks only the truth. But it's not. I mean, the one time. So here's the thing about, like, this is where satire and propaganda kind of comes into Warhammer 40K. We all know that this is a joke because we're the generals, right, in charge of how each army plays. We all know what the other army can do. This is purely propaganda. 100%. Okay. And that's why the guardsmen don't, I think if the guardsmen truly knew what they were up against, and how shit they were, they wouldn't function the same way. They just wouldn't. So because like they talk about how Tyranid like Tyranid lictors, you know, shriek if they see strobing lights. Commissar telling us the primers are wrong. Heresy. Hey man, no, I love the way the primer's written. I really do, but it really does show the propaganda of the Imperium and how subtle, or maybe overt should be the word, works. How subtlety works. You know, hey, you're given this primer at the age of like 10, 11 on a normal Imperial planet. And you read it cover to cover, right? And then you get drafted into the PDF, or you, heaven forbid, you get drafted into the regular Imperial Army. Well, not heaven forbid. I think it'd be a little better than the PDFs, because PDFs always get their shit kicked in. Like, there is not one PDF that I have read that has successfully held back a planetary invasion. They're usually the first motherfuckers to die. And that's the sad part, right? Like, Armageddon, I think really Terra and Armageddon, I think, were the only two planets. It's really great to quote in a hopeless battle, although though always is good for a laugh. Yes, it is. This is a good enough for a laugh. No, I think actually now come to think of it, I think Terra, Armageddon, and Mars. Although Mars, it was the Scutari, so that really wouldn't classify as a PDF, a planetary defense force, because they really don't classify different grades of guardsmen that way. Armageddon was amazing. Was amazing leadership with Yarick. Yes, Yarick exactly knew what he was doing. He knew how to fight the orcs, and that is how they won that fight. I will agree with you 110% on that. So, all right. Well, I would love to talk more about the lore for the rest of this video, but I do have reading Crusade for Armageddon right now. Ooh, I have not read that book. I really have not read that book. So I really want to read that book. But anyway, as I was saying, I really do got to get going. I have a meeting I got to attend to in the next 30 minutes. It focuses mostly on the Templar and the Hell's Reach and the Battle of Hell's Reach. Yes, I did read the Hell's Reach book. Hell's Reach was amazing. Amazing. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. If I didn't know, I lose claim on my guard. Guard our PDF that battle. Don't list regularly, please carry on, good sir. Have a great day. Yes. So I do need to get going. So thank you very much, everybody, for attending this live stream. Congratulations again to the winners. And I will let you guys know. Hopefully there will be a battle report Friday if nothing else happens today that really just throws a wrench into my plans. And then yeah. So thank you very much for thank you very much everyone for contributing to the live stream chat, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.